G'day guys, Darcy Ninja here, back for another Bodywork session. So we are real bodyworkers. We treat clients back to back, day in, day out. And I've got a real client coming in next that has some elbow injury that I'm going to practice on Ninja, because Ninja's actually got a little bit of stuff going on as well with his flexors. What did you do, man? Tell us maybe.
I think it happened originally with a blow, but to the elbow, landed on it when we were doing our Patreon. Bit of fun stuff, going under something, but then, but I think it might have just flared up something that was there anyway from pull-ups and dips and things like that. So bit of golfer's elbow, I call that, but it's sort of sore right on the point. Doesn't worry me a lot of the times, but it is sore to touch, and so I know there's something there. So.
And do you get pain on rotation, or is it more elbow flexion or extension? What do you feel like?
Probably more just there when it's really
closed
in.
So even
pressure, I can feel that.
So what we like to do is actually go straight to where Ninja's pointed to, because that's probably where the block is. That's probably where the inflammation is, and that's probably where we're going to get most bang for buck. This will be our money spot. Go to the source of suffering, pin that, and then maybe we can, like, you know, if it's hard for him to flex, let's move slowly through flexion and maybe even get some rotation of that radius, just to get that joint moving the way that it should, because we need a certain amount of rotation of that radius as we bring that forearm up and flex. We want it to come up like this. So just having a little bit of a feel around here and melting and softening away what's become hard and adhesive, and just having a little go at filing away any calcium deposits or scar tissue that's in there as well. And that's the magic of the work we do here. It's just like working into the tendons, onto that joint, and finding where you can feel like debris or build up or solidness, and just pin that. You know, there's not a lot of wax, there's not a lot of oil, there's no oil, and we're not moving too fast through that. We're just changing angles and working. But Ninja and I were practicing for a, what are we practicing for, Ninja?
Our podcast.
Our podcast. So we're starting on YouTube. We think we're going to be good podcasters one day. We'll get the podcast room, the lounge set up, the neon lights, the big comfy couch, naked women. Oh, no, sorry. No, I was dreaming.
We'll be naked.
We'll be naked. But Ninja's got the topic today. So put the camera on Ninja and zoom right in, and let's have a little chat about what you wanted to bring up, man.
The importance of being physically present. And it's one that Robert Young, the mentor of mine that turns 90 in a month, he was saying that back to me 26 years ago, just the importance of being physically present. And we're massive on it here at Melbourne Muscular Therapies, our bricks and mortar business. We try and have a meeting every 2 weeks with every single person. We want to catch up in person. We want to be physically present. And we just see that it is vital as a human. It is a need. It is not just a want. It is a need that we should be physically present with each other. That's a massive part of why we are humans. Our existence is to be around each other, be around like-minded people, feel like you belong, you're part of something. And I just think that it's being lost a bit. You know, it's and I think that's sad, and I really want to keep it alive. I think that we need each other. It's very hard to exist as a human if you don't have a team. You're not working towards something. You don't have networks where you can kind of get your resources and different things from. And we're moving into times that it's going to be even more important, because we're losing more and more life skills. You know, we don't know how to get our own food. We don't, we on the screen so much, we're losing all that interpersonal skills as well. So, and we're just massive on it, because we're in a business. Hopefully AI doesn't take over our business in the too near future. And that's another topic that we wanted to discuss today as well. But so interpersonal skills, because you can really help people. Like with our business, we call it Beyond Bodywork. It's because we're holistic. It's not just about fixing a machine. We are humans with all different, complex experiences and traumas and things like that, personalities and different situations in our lives, with relationships and finances and businesses and family and religions and all the different things. It's all so complex, so, but you can kind of sort things out so much better if you're physically present.
Yeah.
So just wanted to get the ball rolling with that. Darcy, you got...
Oh, I think it's a great topic. It's a really good topic. And as Ninja said, it's something that we embody here because it is so important for us to be an attractive and an appealing and somebody that is going to be the go-to practitioner. So coming from a bodyworker's perspective in work and being the best at what you do, if I'm off thinking about, fuck, I've got to go to the post office, or, oh, I just can't wait to text that chick back, or, oh, fuck, I've got to, I've got something else on my mind, my own stresses, my own anxieties, my own things that I need to do, daily tasks. If I'm worried about that and I'm not considerate of you and what you need and to assist you and facilitate your needs, then I'm not going to get the best out of that session. And the most successful, the most effective sessions are the ones where you really connect, you really listen, and you become this healer, somebody that actually really wants to help, and it's energetic. It's an energetic interaction. You can feel that they are trusting you and they allowing you to lead, or you're bouncing off each other and you're getting constructive feedback or help or advice. And I think that, in a workplace, that's how I see it and how I have become a go-to person in my field is, being present with my clients. But outside of work, I think super important for yourself to take away some of the distractions that are not serving you. So like, if you're scrolling too much, as Ninja was talking about, like, we're scrolling, how much time in a day when you wake up, you got a busy lifestyle, you got to get in the car, you got to get to work, you listen to the radio, listen to a podcast, you take your kids to school, you drop them off, you go to work, you pick them up, you go to footy training, whatever the hell you've got to do all throughout the day. Then you get home, you cook dinner, you have a shower, you sit in front of Netflix or TV, or you got to put the kids to bed, or how much time in a day are you physically present with yourself or your partner, where you're just going, I'm not going to have any distractions and I'm going to listen to what is coming in for me and what I need to deal with. Because I think a lot of people are struggling out there with maybe anxiety, maybe depression, maybe ADHD, or these other diagnoses that are coming to life at the moment. And I think it's just, we don't have, we're not conscious. We're too busy distracting ourselves. We're too busy with stimulus, and our attention span has been ruined by it. So I think presence is also sometimes about just having 10 minutes a day as a minimum, switching everything off, no distractions, and just sit with your thoughts. And I think that is going to help you growth and internalize, and things will come up. I know that's helped me, things will come to you that need to come to you in that present moment. And it might not straight away, but maybe the next day or maybe the next time. And there's just so much humans can learn from ourselves when we don't have chaos. We don't have distractions and stimulus. And you're talking about the current situation with our distractions, and how AI is going to influence that as well, because we're going to have to stop thinking and stop doing, and we're just going to have somebody else go and do it for us. And anyway, you what are your thoughts, Nam? What do you want to continue on with that?
I suppose one of the main reasons I thought about this topic was I've got 3 little girls. And one. My 5-year-old, I went and sat in her class the other day, and I fucking absolutely loved it. Just doing some colouring in with her, and just seeing what they do and how they talk to the teacher and do the roll call and things like that. Yeah. I was loving it. And
bringing out your inner child a bit, but also took you back to where you were when you were 5.
It was really cool, and just to see what she does. But I was looking around. There was one girl was looking around for her dad and wasn't there and stuff, and just saw the disappointment. You know what I mean? And everybody else had their mum or the dad or grandma or wherever there, and yeah, and I just thought, yeah, just being physically present, it shows you what's important to you. You know, if you make it to that birthday or you make it to that work meeting or whatever, you're showing by physically being there what is important to you. And I just had another little incident. Like I was running a little bit late. I was mucking around here, and I had to go and pick up my 5-year-old. And I was eating, and then I didn't know where my keys were and stuff like that, typical stuff for me. I was running a few minutes late, and I fucking belted down there. I just sprinted across the thing, and I was like probably 3 or 4 minutes late. And she was there with her teacher out the front of the class, and she was worried, you know what I mean? So I was like, I wasn't there for her when she just popped her head out the door, and I'm always there type of thing. So it just sort of showed me like, fuck, I shouldn't have just eaten that avocado, and I should have been more organised, had my keys and that ready, and things like that. But yeah, just the importance of being physically present and like being able to hug your kids and talk to them, but not be distracted, like Darcy was saying. It's such an important thing. And we're getting onto the other topic was what is real. And we're saying right now, we're real humans, Darcy and myself. But you can't tell these days what is a real video, is what is superimposed. You know, they get the images and the voice of somebody, but they can sort of tell you anything. You know, they can have a newsreader or whatever. You think it's news, but it's just bullshit. So I think it's going to be even more important to be physically present with people so you can get what's fucking really happening, because you can't
trust what's out there.
Can't trust because it might be bullshit.
Yeah. So what he's talking about is like on Facebook, on Instagram, I'm sure you've all seen, if it's not Joe Rogan or whatever your algorithm is, it's them talking, but it's not them, it's AI taking over their voice and trying to sell a product or tell you this has happened. And then it's like, what can you believe anymore? You know, like, so yeah, the importance of real life human connection and interaction and sharing stories and topics and experiences can never be beaten. It can never be outdone, because that's real. We know that me and Ninja are a real person, unless fucking one day somebody takes over Ninja's body and soul and I'm talking to someone else. That's for another topic for when we get our bloody nude women in our podcast room.
Maybe the podcast would still be us treating each other, because that's real.
Yeah.
You know, you get to have watch some real treatment at the same time as having a chat, and that's sort of part of our business as well. Is like, it's not just about the physical fix. It's catching up. It's engaging. It's finding out what's going on. It's finding your common ground and things like that. And that's the human experience, and that's what I'm getting on about. Like, we're not islands. You know, I think we should all be going back to the office, you know, instead of working from home, being in isolation, you know, just ordering Uber Eats and ordering everything online. Go shopping, go and pick out your fruit and veg, you know, make some food together, you know, have dinner parties, go to the pub, go to concerts and shit, go to sporting events, just go and live life. Don't just do it all via the screen, you know.
Because we've spoken about this in another topic, loneliness, you know, sometimes loneliness isn't a choice, but sometimes it is, you know. Sometimes it's just getting out there and going to the supermarket, connecting in with another person, making a phone call, having a real conversation, you know. The growth can happen within. But yeah, the importance of community too. Yeah, that's what Ninja's getting at, finding your community, finding your tribe, working with them, and you know, sometimes you just need one person too. That's big enough. That's a community. That might be your partner, might be your best friend. At the moment, it might be your cat. You know, maybe that's your best mate at the moment. You know, but yeah, human interactions, so profound, so good for caring and loving and supporting one another, and just healthy relationships make us feel loved, and that's really important. Connection.
And right now, Darcy and myself, we're your mates.
Yeah.
You know, and it's good that we can hopefully stimulate some thought and somewhere you can converse with somebody else, have conversation with somebody about the topics that we're talking about. So, and that's what it's all about. So do it in real life. It's cool to do it vicariously by video, but fucking a million times better doing it in real life. So encourage you to get out there, get the footy, find your tribe.
And have a go at being really physically present with yourself, with somebody, connect, because I think that's where the growth is. That's where healthy relationships grow and develop, and you got to feed it. The grass ain't greener. You got to water that area. I want to grab we chat GPT, because we're talking about AI. Bloody hell, isn't chat GPT one of those things that is taken over? And before we finish up, we're going to talk about some of the jobs that are at risk if AI is going to take over. And it was interesting. So there's 10 that it's pumped out. It says, AI is advancing rapidly, and while it's unlikely to fully replace most jobs soon, some roles are highly susceptible to automation. So it starts off with data entry clerks. So then we've got telemarketers and call center reps. So like AI voice bots and chat bots now handle customer queries and sales scripts. Retail cashiers. So self-checkout systems and AI-driven kiosks. Amazon Go style reducing cashier roles. Basic customer service, AI chat assistants, so handle first-line queries. This one was an interesting one, because the amount of time and money people spent going to university to be a paralegal or a legal assistant. So the documents are now going to be reviewed. Contract analysis, case law researchers are all being done by legal AI tools. You just pump it in and just get somebody else to go to cross-check it and give you, the feedback as to how this case should be handled. That's crazy. And you can see how it's done. I can just grab a big chunk of information right now, pump it into ChatGPT, and it'll spit out an essay or whatever I want it to do. I could write a thesis on whatever the hell. Accounting clerks and bookkeepers, journalists, copywriters, transportation, delivery drivers, fast food workers, and warehouse workers. So they're the high risk. They're probably what's going to happen in the next five years, And then there's more, and it goes on.
There's heaps more.
There's so much more, man.
Like engineering and design, and even artists, like music and stuff. It's fucking, AI is fucking
music.
Spitting it out.
Yeah.
And that to me is sad. Like just the... I love
creativity side.
Yeah, that creativity side. Yeah, just imagination.
Yeah,
it's such a integral human thing, isn't it? Imagination. So I reckon that music's not as good. Like I've sort of lived for a while, but it's not as good now because it just doesn't have that heart and soul in it like you had when, like say, with Beatles or Led Zeppelin or these kind of ones.
Johnny Cash.
Yeah. I even listened to The Piano Man. That was sort of inspired me a bit, like Billy Joel.
Yeah, Billy Joel.
Sing me a song that's about getting around the piano, drinking this drink called loneliness.
Yeah,
because it's
David
better
Bowie.
than drinking alone.
Yeah. But what do you guys think? How do you think we're trialing into the next phase of the next generation, I guess, with first being present? How have we lost ourselves? Are humans too disconnected? And is AI going to help us, or is it going to be detrimental in the long run?
It's going to make us adapt.
It's going to make us adapt.
If you can't adapt, you can't innovate, you're going to...
we're just going to adapt. You have to. We're not slowing it down. It's coming. It's here. It's been here for a long time. Yeah. So we're just going to have to adapt, and hopefully no robots are going to be as good as us at Bodywork, because we want to keep our jobs.
But maybe grow a garden, get some chooks.
Get some chooks.
Get some land.
Yeah.
Because, you need to survive.
Yeah. Get some herbs.
Yeah. Grow some sprouts. That's the easiest thing.
Yeah.
Start with there.
Yeah.
That's my tip.
Fruit and veg.
Oh, nice.
Anyway, guys, how's that elbow feel?
Fucking fantastic.
Man, bloody tastic.
No replacing Darcy.
No replacing.
He's a real man. He is. He's real.
Guys, if you liked what we talk about, we've got more exclusive content over at our Patreon where you get to know us. We have a little bit of a laugh, bit of banter, bit of fun, and so that's. Click the link below. You can head there. It's a small fee of $11.95 for for the most common tier, the one
Yeah.
we'll get you on. But otherwise, if you want some bodywork, you want to come in and meet us, we're here in Ferntree Gully, we're in Richmond. Come and see us, get some bodywork, we'll fix your pain, we'll fix your injury, and we'll have a good old chat.
Yeah. No robot policy here. Done.
Thank you.